Ladies and gentlemen, button pushers and wrench turners, welcome to another episode of Something's Broken. My name's Tayler Goodyear and I own TG CNC Service out of Wisconsin. This week was a pretty fun week. I don't get a lot of weeks like this, so it was fun to be able to do this. So my customer out of Houston got a hold of me. They have been buying up a bunch of used machines all over the country. I've already done a few pack-ups for them. This one specifically was in Florida at a customer that basically sold off their machine shop portion of the company and are just going like pure assembly. The Houston customer bought basically this entire shop, at least the majority of this entire shop. And they had very nice DMG 5-axis machines. They had 4 DMU 65s. 2 of them were FDs. 1 was a monoblock. And then they had a DMU 105 FD. And for anybody that doesn't know what the FD is, it means that the table has capabilities of turning. So it has an RPM that it can spin at and not just, 3+2 machining. Beautiful machines. I was kind of shocked, but beautiful machines. So they hired me, subcontracted me to go down there and pack all these machines up to get ready to ship to Houston. And then I'll be following them to Houston and installing them at their facility in Houston. But there was so much shit, dude. So much shit. There was more shit than just backing up the machines. Now, luckily, they sent one of their service technicians to help me. So we knocked it out. It was no problem knocking it out. But there was so much shit. I was not expecting it to be as much shit because I was just told the machines. But it ended up being a lot. There was a Zoller that we had to pack up and 2... tooling heat shrink pedestals, and then a fuck ton of tooling, carbide, drills, end mills, tool holders. I mean, so much shit. And we had to pack all this up too. All the packing isn't completely done yet. There's still quite a bit of packing that needs to be done, but the machines are ready to go, which is what my focus was and what they told me to focus on. So the machines are ready to go. I think rigging happens in a week. The service technician that was down there with me from Houston is actually going to go back and oversee the rigging, and I think he's going to pack up the rest of the shit that's there that's not, machine related. So yeah, it was a good time. I had a great time. The service technician's awesome. His name's Eric, but he's awesome, dude. It's going to be fun working with those guys down in Houston. So I'm looking forward to it. I think 3 weeks I'll be going to Houston to install them. I think this week the rigging's not happening. The following week the rigging is happening. Service technician is coming back. And then he's obviously going to fly back to Houston after the rigging and everything's loaded up and ready to go. And then they have to land them on the floor. They have to put the controllers on because these machines ship with the controllers completely disconnected and mounted on the tables inside the machines. And they have to put the controllers on. They have to get power ran to them. And then they got to have the OEM come in and unlock the machines because of the RMS units, which fucking sucks because they are the only ones that can do that. Nobody else can do it. There's no workaround. There's no bypass. There's nothing to it. You don't have a choice. So hopefully the Houston OEM has service techs ready to go when they need them, and once they get them unlocked, then I'll head down and I will install them, do 5-axis calibration, check 0 points, yada yada yada, do all that good shit for them. So looking forward to it. I love going to Houston. Both of one of my buddies in Houston used to work for Mazak. He actually is a service technician for this company, so it's going to be fun hanging out with him while I'm down there. And there's talks of possibly I don't know if anybody listened to one of my podcasts a while ago, but they had me pack up a big Mazak palletizer cell in Milwaukee like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, or something like that, and get all that ready for rigging and shipping. So they got all that down there. They got the machines installed, but they still need to do the pallet system. They are talking about having me come down for about a month, roughly, and help my buddy who used to be a service tech for Mazak install this pallet system for these two machines and possibly adding in one more machine into that cell. I don't know. We'll see. That's just what was mentioned to me when I was in Florida. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm all for it, man. A month in Texas? Fuck yeah, sign me up, dude. I'm all for it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. This week, my old OEM that I used to work for, they got a hold of me. They want to sub me for a job in Tennessee. So I will be driving to Tennessee tomorrow, being at the customer Monday morning. Sounds like I'm kind of walking into a shit show. It's always a shit show. I literally wake up and I just solve problems. It's every fucking day, man. So yeah, shit show going on down there. So go see what's going on and see if I can help and get this machine repaired and back up and running. So I don't see myself being there past a week, but you never know. You know, some problems go longer than what you expected, or you run into problems on top of problems trying to fix one problem and you create three other problems. Or yeah, that's sometimes that happens. But I'm pretty confident we'll get it figured out. So we'll see about that. I'm excited to go down there. I haven't worked for the OEM in a while, so it was kind of cool when they hit me up. I know they've been trying to throw some work at me, but the last couple times that they've tried to throw in work at me, I've been busy, and you know their customers don't want to wait. So this kind of lined up very nicely as far as scheduling goes. So that was good. I forgot to mention my contractor had a small job at a new customer this past week, installing a light ballast on a Mazak lathe, I believe it was. Easy peasy. You know, he was there a couple hours, got it done. Customer's happy. You know, I still need to get in there. There's still an issue on a drive unit. There's a fan going out, so it's throwing a constant A6 alarm on the controller. So when I get back from Tennessee, I've got like almost an entire week of work that I need to hammer out and get done. So this upcoming week for contractor, I don't know if it's going to be logical or not, but one of my bigger customers, they have a grinder, an ID grinder, and it's a FANUC control, and they have a weird alarm on it, and there's only so much that I know about the alarm. It's a pretty broad alarm. I asked to see the actual alarm, and they sent me the message and not the alarm, so I don't really know exactly what's going on, so I need to get in front of it. But I, of course, don't have the time this week to do that. So the idea is to send the contractor in. Unfortunately, on this machine, the customer doesn't have the electrical schematic. We can't do shit on this machine without an electrical schematic. You can't just go in and guess, and I can't just start checking circuits if I don't know what circuits I need to check. So I let the customer know, hey, you got to get the electrical schematic. Any kind of service company that comes in, they're going to want the electrical schematic. And if you don't have that, they're going to want that. And if you go to the distributor or the OEM, you're probably going to wait because it's not that well known of a machine. So service is probably backed out and stretched out, whatever. So we need the electrical schematic. So they hit up the distributor and the OEM that bought them, I think, and are trying to acquire a electrical schematic. And I told them, if you get the electrical schematic, I can send contractor in. He can take a look at the circuits and just double check signals are being made, everything like that. If you don't get the electrical schematic, there's nothing we can do. We can't just come in and guess. So we'll we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're hoping that we get that by Wednesday of this upcoming week, and then the contract can go in and start checking circuits and stuff like that. So, alrighty. Yeah, we got a lot of things in the pipeline, which is good, really good. I had another customer book me May 5th to work on a Kia lathe that's doing some weird indexing shit, which is nice. You know, they were willing to book out for me and get me a PO and get the schedule solidified, so that's nice. Got a customer that's got a positrol that needs a cam bolt drilled out. They booked that the 28th, the week of the 28th. So we'll see if I'm in town. I'll definitely do it. Customer with the A6 alarm on their drives. We got to get in there and get that done. So yeah, no down machines though that are booked out, which is good. These are all just jobs that we can do in our leisure. So which is really good. Busy 2 weeks, man. Traveling and hoping that customers aren't just blowing me up as I'm out on the road. That's the biggest concern about me traveling, because I don't get my contractor as much as I would like. But my contractor did tell me a couple days ago that he is leaving his W-2 job. We talked about it before about him coming on full time, but I'm not ready to bring him on full time. And I let him know, I was like, hey, if you want to leave W-2, that's fine. That's your decision. But just know I can't keep you busy 100% of the week. I can't keep you busy 5 days a week. We just don't have the work coming in like that. So, and he understood. Sounds like he has an alternative to work with, which is good. But I feel like that's a good thing, because now I can start bringing him for training a lot more, and I think I can get him more exposure to different problems and different controllers and stuff like that, and try to open him up to that. So we'll see. I think that it'll be good. He might struggle a little bit in the beginning, but it is what it is. It's either you make the decision and bite the bullet and take the chance, or you sit there and ask yourself 10 years down the road, what if I did that? So I'm happy for him. I gave him encouragement. I told him I'll try to support him as much as I possibly can, and we'll go from there. On the sales side, we are transitioning from our existing salesperson to a different salesperson. Shout out to her. She did great. She built a hell of a fucking contact list. I was very, very happy with the amount of research she did into local customers and whatnot, and got a hell of a contact list put together. So transitioning into the new salesperson, this guy has sales and marketing experience with a food distributor. So he has this type of experience, and he's very ambitious. Funny enough, he is my personal trainer. Dude's fucking awesome, man. And when he told me he was leaving his W-2 to go be a full-time personal trainer, I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome, man. I was like, that's great. And I was like, are you possibly interested in doing some sales and marketing for me? And he's like, fuck yeah, absolutely. So we had our meeting today. The meeting went great. He's a very ambitious dude, so I think he's going to do really fucking good, honestly. He might do too good, and I have to dial him back a little bit, which is good. But not good for me, because I'm struggling keeping up just by myself as it is. But yeah, it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be cool. Like, I'm really excited to bring him on and kind of throw him out there and see what he can do. I already know he's probably going to get a lot of no's, but the fact that he's getting the no's is what's going to make me happy. So he's getting in front of the customers, man, and that's what you got to do. You got to stay consistent, you got to get in front of the customers, and until they tell you no, it's always a possible yes. So we'll see. Scheduling wise, I think I went over everything. Sounds good. Motivation time. Diet. And I want to kind of emphasize on diet, because I think there's some people that may get into the gym and or they get on a weight loss journey, or they want to build some muscle, or they want to lose fat or something like that. This is just my experience over the last 7 months that I've been working out. I've been body comping. I'm sure it's some of you might know what that is. Body comping is basically main gaining, so you're not hyper focused on losing fat, but the goal is to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time, which can be done. It's just hard. It's hard. And it's actually been going really fucking good for me. And the one thing that I want to try to emphasize on the diet is protein intake, man. Daily protein intake. Dude, I can't tell you enough how fucking important it is that your daily protein intake is sufficient enough for you to build muscle. I'm not talking about a calorie surplus or a calorie deficit. I'm talking about protein, just protein. You need to hit 1 gram of protein per goal body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you need to be eating, or want to weigh 200 pounds and you're over that, or you're below that and you want to hit 200 pounds, you need to eat 200 grams of protein a day. And it is fucking hard. It's hard. It's very hard. Eating that amount is so satiating. It's insane. I have found a good system that easily lets me hit 200 grams, 180 to 200 grams, and sometimes I go over, depending on what I think my calories are. I don't track my calories at all. I don't, because from the most part, my strength is building, my body composition is changing, my jeans are getting looser, which is a pretty good sign. And then obviously just looking at myself in the mirror, it's definitely changing. So protein, man, stay consistent on your protein intake every day. Now if you're in a calorie deficit, that's fine. You can still hit protein intake and still stay in a calorie deficit. Is it hard? Yes. There's a very fine line that you're going to hit between your maintenance calories, calorie deficit, and your actual protein intake. It's going to be a very fine line, but it's not impossible, man. I'm telling you, it's not impossible. I've been doing it for the last 7 months, and it is working, 100% working. So focus on protein, and then if you want to lose weight fast or cut fat fast, there's 101 different ways that you can do that out there. You can go on YouTube and find a bunch of people, and they'll tell you 100 different fucking ways to lose fat, man. But this is just my experience, and I'm just sharing it with you guys on what's working for me. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. But I think hitting the daily protein intake is the most important, regardless of what you're doing, because you don't want to lose muscle. You'll muscle down if your protein is not sufficient enough for your calorie intake or your calorie deficit. Don't want to muscle down. Don't muscle down. I had to think about that for a second. Muscle down means your body is burning your muscle fibers in order to sustain energy. You don't want that to happen. So that's the whole idea behind maintaining your protein intake daily. So stay focused on that. Keep your protein intake daily sufficient enough for your body weight, your goal body weight. And I promise you, as long as you stay consistent. Hey. Stay fucking consistent. And I guarantee you, you'll see changes, man. 100% you'll see changes. So I hope this helps. I don't really know much about fitness. This is just my experience. And things are going pretty well for me, so I just want to share my experience with you guys, and hopefully somebody out there, it might work for you. So I know I talked about putting an email up top here for question inquiries, but I'm not really getting anybody that's really interested in asking questions, which is fine. Whatever. not a big deal. So I don't know if we're gonna do that or not. I kind of talked to my my new sales and marketing director about it. I want to talk more with him about it and see if it's just logical to do that, but I don't really think it's gonna happen. So, which is fine, man. I'm not doing this for the views. I'm doing this because I love doing it. Like it's fun to sit here and talk about my week and fucking laugh about it because sometimes it's a shit show, man. And if anybody listens in, it's great. I love it. So, anyways, my name's Tayler Goodyear, and fuck's sakes, I own TG CNC servers out of Wisconsin, and it's a fucking shit show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I will catch you guys next week when I get back from Tennessee. We'll see you guys.